Have you ever found yourself confused or constantly worrying about a situation? Worrying can be an absolute dilemma and control you into a disastrous tailspin. What if I fail? What if I get fired? What if I deceive myself? What if they don't like me? The mountain of what ifs can overwhelm you and drain your energy and paralyze you with fear and doubt. Sometimes worrying can be useful if it causes you to fix a problem or to avoid it completely. But chronic worrying can do the opposite. It can stress you out and hinder with your daily routine. Worry is like a swinging chair, it keeps busy but never gets you anywhere. Worrying can cause a litany of issues. Some of the medical complications that worrying can cause are difficulty swallowing, digestion issues, fast heartbeat, fatigue, headache, muscle tension, and so on. With this set of complications, it will be difficult to concentrate on anything. However, constant worrying is a kind of habit that can be broken. Here are some hints to help you break this depraved habit. 1. Actually, most of the things you worry about have never happened. We forget to notice that most of the things that we worry about never happened. Although, some worries do come true. But it is never as imagined. And the chances of that happened are slim as well. And if you look deeply, you will realize that many of your worries are just things that you form up in your head. If you give life to the thought, and it will continue to dominate if you stay longer in it. When I look back on all these worries, I remember the story of the old man on his sickbed who said that he had had a lot of concern in his life, of which most had never happened. So next time you feel like worries is about to kick off, ask yourself this. Has any of the things I feared would happen in my life literally happen? Definitely your answer will be very few. And the very few ones that actually happened were not as awful and hideous as expected or imagined. Worries are just the little monster you build in your own head and can only be triggered by you. The point of asking this question is to remind you of how little the worries that actually came to life. Thus, it makes it easier to stay calm and to stop a worried thought before growing. 2. Let your worry out into the light. This should excite you most because it works so well. Allowing your big worry out and talking about it with someone close to you will become a whole lot easier to see the latitude of the issue. Just by unleashing it for a few minutes can make a big change. And after a while, you will start to wonder why you were worrying about it in the first place. Sometimes what the other person has to do is just to listen as you visualize all situations and figure it out yourself. It can be very useful to let the other person help you find a more constructive perspective on the situation. If you do not have anyone to talk to at the moment about the worry bouncing around in your mind, then let it out. Writing about it can help you to calm down and find clarity. 3. Don't be presumptuous. It usually doesn't work well whenever you try to read someone's mind. Doing so might create an overemphasized scenario or even a disastrous scenario in your mind. So preferably, you should choose a way that is reasonable and will avoid worries and confusion. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Try to communicate with others. Communication works for those who work at it. By doing so, you not only encourage broad-mindedness in your relationship, but you will also be happier and avoid unnecessary conflicts and negative minds. 4. Refocus on the small step you can take to move forward. To move out of the worried headspace, it's advisable to just start moving and taking action to start solving or improving whatever you are concerned about. Ask yourself this. Is there any first step I can take in order to start improving the situation I am in right now? Therefore, focus on just taking that first leading step forward. After that, you will encounter another step, and that becomes a progressive action. 5. People don't think about you as much as you may think. Remember, everyone else has a mind of their own. Which means as your mind is filled with unnecessary thoughts, so do other human beings too. Each and everyone usually fills their minds with what is close to them, like children, pets, a partner, or the job or school. All man or his thought, so don't overemphasize your worries. Don't worry about what others will say if you ain't doing something. If you hold on to that thought, it will drag around all the time. 6. Spend more time in the present moment. Whenever you spend too much time indulging yourself with the worries of the past, You will start to misplace the present moment with the past. It's preferable to let go of the past if you can't control your mind around it. Likewise, when you spend too much time in the future, you will also get swept away with disastrous scenarios in your thinking. Instead, spend your time focusing all your attention in the present moment situation. Try these 2 ways to get yourself reconnected to your present moment. Slow down. Reduce the speed of whatever you are doing right away. Either walking, talking, eating, or you might be riding a bike. By doing so, you will become aware of your surroundings. Disrupt and reconnect. Whenever you are about to start thinking, try by all means to disrupt that thought by yelling at yourself. Stop, then resume with your present moment. Keep your focus steady within 2 to 3 minutes so you can take control of your thoughts. Take it all in with all your beliefs. Feel it, see it, smell it, hear it, and notice the feels on your skin.